Who are we
Hey,
gonna offend today, boys?
let's
Oh,
let's
well,
insult the
might as well keep going with people who like astrology.
Well,
this
that
guy.
was it. That was it. Like the location of the planets
Hey,
affect your horoscope. That was the whole
well,
point.
the answer to your question is whatever you can make up because it's all made up bullshit.
That said, though,
Boom, bitches! Code just dropped a
What?
co-bomb on you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
do we think it's completely made up? You think that the time when you're born and the location you're born on the planet doesn't like I like to believe that if you were born in January 1981, it's possible that you have a similar personality type as me. But I don't think that necessarily has to do with where the planets were at that time. I mean, Earth only, really. Um, because I think like the environment we grew up in can lead to similar personality types coming out of that environment, and you can use that information to make these bullshit horoscope things up, or stereotypes about people born in a similar time period. You know what
Well,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Does
no.
this, does this make sense?
If you
Mm.
when you grow up, definitely has a massive impact.
That's not why horoscopes work, though.
The horoscopes work
Horoscopes work
because
they're
people are gullible.
right, right. They're written in
Well, they're
such a
very
way
vague.
that they would apply to anybody. Like,
Yeah,
have you ever heard
yeah.
of James Randi?
It's like cold reading. That dickhead who
Yeah,
what's his name?
Yeah, yeah.
John Edwards,
Yeah, John Edwards, the cold
John
reading
Edwards,
stuff.
the
guy who talks to dead people.
Biggest douche in the
oh, I was thinking
universe.
of the guy that ran for president,
He's
John
the
Edwards.
biggest douche. There's no douche bigger
There's a
than
lot of
him.
John Edwards out there. Oh right, yeah, they did a South Park on him, didn't
Yeah, it
they?
was good. Yeah, no, that whole. I was reading after I saw that. I was like reading up on like that whole stuff that cold reading. It's pretty scummy that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They've
like I
done
wasn't
things
talking
like where
about.
they hand the same horoscope to a whole bunch of people, and then they, oh God, I'm about to die. Well, I'm dead. Fuck. If only I could have moved in the direction of the Goodsey.
Where are you,
Now
by
I'm
the
just gonna
way?
die. I'm
I think
inside
it's
the
on the
Oh, the asteroid.
asteroid.
um. Now, I wasn't really talking about the day-to-day horoscopes. I mean the overall. If you're an Aquarius born, yeah, in this range of years, you're probably like this. That type of thing is what I think. Actually, the
Well,
Chinese
no,
do a better job of it by assigning people cocks and monkeys and stuff like that, because that's year-based
It's the
and
year of the sheep.
also. Well,
all of that stuff though is generalized enough that almost anybody would agree with it.
yeah.
It's the thing is what you're saying may be true, but there's no reason whatsoever to involve astrology in that thought whatsoever because it's what you're thinking is based off of reality and potential like maybe some evidence or something like that. It's something that you could actually test. You could do surveys, you could do studies, you could do blind tests and try to determine if there's any sort of similarities between people the same age in their personality because of either outside events or environment or stuff like that. But you cannot test astrology because it it's not based off of facts or anything. It's just made up nothing. So you can't even really conflate the two things together.
What do you think about names? You think the person's name changes their personality type?
If you name him
I think that
shit
it could.
fuck, then yeah.
I think that that's true too. In that, or at least it's plausible because yeah, like Milby says, if you name somebody shitfuck, but if your name is something that has cultural significance, like if you were somebody who was named Jesus, you're gonna have that stuff in your life where people are like, "Oh, your name's Jesus? Whoa!" And just like that kind of stuff. And then you have to explain it's Jesus actually, and they're like, "Oh, are you Mexican? No, I'm actually Spanish." Blah blah blah. Like that's going to affect your perceptions of people and social
Or if you're
interactions,
like
stuff like
named
that.
after like someone who happens to be famous, and then you always get that, oh, like the
Right.
famous guy. Like, yeah, like the fucking famous
Yeah. Well,
guy.
like Justin was for whatever reason, all of a sudden there was lots of boy band guys that became very famous who were named Justin while I was a teenager. That just happened. I don't think that really affected my life much, but that was a thing that happened, and there's a lot more kids named Justin now because of that. Like Justin will be a very common name in the future because there were a number of celebrities, a decade ago.
Oh, like Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber, Justin Timberlake. There was another Justin in another one of the boy bands that was popular, either NSYNC or 98 Degrees or whatever. So, I mean, I wouldn't be able to tell you if that affected me at all, but I'm sure it affected other people. And the only reason I bring it up is because I noticed, because that's my damn name.
Right.
That's why people name their kids these crazy names like Ocean and Dick Fart. And...
Yeah, I knew a kid named Storm. I mean, that's going to affect your life.
Wow.
If your name's Storm.
Storm.
I mean, that's such a, like, my mom was on drugs kind of name.
Yeah.
It'd be really, it's a strong name for a boy. Storm.
Cause like storms
right?
are so powerful.
Yeah. Aren't they?
Yeah.
Like a hurricane.
Yeah, he comes
should
in.
Name him Hurricane.
we should give him no name. We should just leave his name blank.
Let him pick his own name when he's right and ready.
He'll be the child previously known as nothing. And he'll be his name. The player formerly known as Mouse Cop. That'll be his name.
Yeah. So anything like that is like extremely plausible sounding, at least, But you'd have to test it to find out if it really does do anything. That would be a long-term test too. You'd have to do it over like 40 years where you try to figure out like, okay, get different sets of kids that are all named the same thing, and then do all these like tests once a year or multiple times a year or something like that say like, how do you feel about blah blah blah? Do personality tests like 4 times a year or something like that for 40 years and see if there's any patterns that emerge. And you'd have to have a control of some kind, like a group of people who all have different names, and you test them the same way.
Yeah. Did you hear about that doctor that cracked his knuckles on one hand every day for like 40 years and then not on the other hand just to test arthritis?
Yeah.
That takes a lot of like something.
Actually, he's kind of considered like a laughing stock.
Really?
Because that's not that test doesn't prove anything that he did.
There's a lot of outside factors that could affect that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, is that there's like no control and stuff like that. So there was really no point to him doing that, and you really couldn't draw any conclusions from that information. So
man, how fucking useless would you feel if you spent all your time doing that?
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody's really testing it because it's like, well, it's more bullshit. It doesn't matter. There's nothing that says, people just think that that's something that causes arthritis, but there's no reason to believe that either. There's no evidence. It's just an assumption, like an old wives' tale of sorts. Unless there's something out there, I don't know. I'm sure someone's gonna fucking correct me.
Then again,
I don't know everything. I'm just going off of what I know at the time.
You should tell us. You should talk about gravity a bit.
Don't know. Fuck you. Shut up.
Ko thinks that gravity is made of gravy.
I have nothing.
Ko doesn't even believe in physics.
Yeah, he thinks gravity is made up by the devil to trick us all.
What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me?
Gravity was invented by the devil, Bobby Boucher. The devil.
I'd say you're throwing me under the bus, but I don't believe in gravity.
Or buses.
Or buses.
God placed me under the horse-drawn carriage.
Oh boy.
Okay, I'm almost getting there with the windows. Oof. Almost done. Oof. So close to finally finishing the thing. I've been doing this for ages. And I have.
Yeah, I've been going back and forth into this same little hole, bringing one little piece at a time for.
You can tear it down if you want to.
No. I'm almost there now.
You have to do it on the other side as well.
No, I just put this like 4 assemblers in there and 2 car containers, and then I put 1 refinery. I think it should be enough, right? Because we got everything else
and
doing
then
all this.
and then you just pipe it so it'll go to all the rest of them and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll make the stairs on the other side then, whether it's machine stuff. It isn't.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
I don't really know why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. I'm just building this building. It doesn't even really have a purpose.
Well, we wanted to leave a beacon here, and we also
Yeah,
wanted to flip the asteroid. So you're doing all the things we wanted to do.
that's true. I guess. Yeah.
So
Thanks. I feel less bad now.
good. It's not like you're speaking Canadian French or something.
Oh God.
If you were though, you couldn't be on the show.
Well, nobody know what the fuck you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
You're technically upside down right now.
Oh, you're upside down
what
right
I
now.
intended. I know. I know. Just letting you know.
What's going to be in here? I know I asked this last time.
I don't know. That's the thing. I made this, and I don't know what I was going to put in here. Like what I'm working on is I've been building this hallway. I'm just trying to make it look cool. I don't know. And then there was this kind of cool opening here, so I was going to build like a control room which has a big window side to it over here that's sort of like, I don't know, like an observation deck of sorts
Yeah.
with some control seats in it and whatever else. And I guess I'm just building something for looks rather than really form or function.
Right.
I guess form is part of looks, isn't it? You know what I'm saying. Trouble is that like I couldn't really build something big enough you could fly ships into, which was more of what I meant to do originally. Just
All right.
I don't know, I just didn't have room. I guess you could try to fly a ship into this. Be a little tight. But
Get the Warcock. Try and take that chunky monster in.
there's definitely not room for the Warcock. That thing's got way too much girth. What was that?
There's like a hearty chuckle.
That was a Bane laugh.
It's my evil laugh.
Oh man.
Like some sort of like old SNES, NES kind of.
Ganon.
Yeah.
That's what you're thinking of, isn't it? When you die from Ganon in Zelda 2 and he goes.
I didn't realize that the whole SNES, NES, like SNES and NES thing. I didn't realize that was like a European thing.
SNES and NES.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was a
NES
thing.
and
That,
SNES?
yeah, I didn't realize that was like a thing that Europeans said that Americans didn't really say.
Whoa, you say SNES and NES?
Everyone I know says SNES and NES.
What?
Oh, that's funny.
That's insane. You should, that's wrong.
Because there's SNES and NES.
There's not even room for like acceptance here. No, you're just wrong. Change.
Change.
Yeah, but like I remember I remember when I think I was. I remember it was. I said it once in a stream. Someone was like, "Why are you saying it like that?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And they made me feel bad. But then I realized that like I was like, "Am I the only one that says that?" And I was like, "No, like everyone I knew said it." And then over time I realized that it was just like a thing that somehow in Europe and everyone ended up calling it the SNES and like NES and stuff like that.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's like the fact you call it bits in your orange juice. Like, bits of what?
Or that you call what we call fries, you call chips. What do you call chips?
Crisps.
Crisps, right?
Yeah.
Crisps. I forgot earlier. I was
Because they're
thinking about
crispy.
it. Right.
Like crisp. Can't
Do you have anything
enough
that you
of
call
sugar
fries?
crisp. I would call like the skinny ones, like the skinny fries stuff, like fries. Like yeah,
All right, 'cause
like
your fries are
chips.
more like steak
Chips.
fries.
Chips are like big fat homemade, big
steak fries.
big chips, yeah. And then fries would be like what stuff you get at
Big chips.
McDonald's.
I guess you'd call them steak chips. Or actually, I guess
Which
you'd
is
just say you
squid
call them
chips. And then like fries would be like the shit you get at McDonald's.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Would you like fries with that?
Would you like fries?
You know, I had McDonald's in London, and I think I'll have it again when I'm there. It was actually
Didn't it taste the same?
no, God, no, dude. They brought out a flamethrower. Not a flamethrower. Hold on.
What Burger King did you go to in
yeah.
London? I've never seen a Burger
did
King
you
go
survive?
that full out. They just burnt me alive when I went to that burger.
I went to McDonald's in London and nearly died.
I did
They
die.
did.
I'm a
They brought out a
ghost.
blowtorch. I got a winter warmer.
They
Was
wouldn't
what
let
it was
me.
called. And they put cheese on the top of the bun and they fucking flamethrowed it. Or,
I've never
not-
seen
I
any
keep saying
Burger King
low
do
toast
that
it.
before. You must have got a very special Burger King for that to happen.
No, McDonald's, not Burger King.
McDonald's.
Duh. Of course, McDonald's.
Cha.
Burger King could never do anything like that.
Yeah.
I was really drunk. I kept telling every single person I met that no sex.
No sex.
No sex. I just was running around the streets of London screaming no sex at people.
No sex in the good room.
Well, because what had happened was this fan, she missed her bus ride or not bus, subway ride back home. And so Paul said she could stay at the hotel. And I was like, no sex!
So you were just laying out the ground rules for all.
Yes, I was making it very clear.
But then in
Anybody
your,
who
no
stays with
sex.
me,
but then in your
no
drunk,
sex.
but in your drunk mind, that was fucking hilarious.
I don't think it was. It doesn't sound like it was that he thought it was hilarious. It sounds like it's a precautionary, like, this cannot happen.
And then he ended up in a different cab than we
Who?
were in. Pause.
Oh,
And
so he wasn't
like,
there to guard you from getting sexed.
No. I was worried about him and her. I was trying to make sure she didn't have the wrong idea. And so we get back to the hotel, and I was also scared that because he was drunk too, just like I was. I was scared that he was gonna get like robbed. Like I was gonna come back to the hotel room, and he was gonna be chained to the bed, and his passport and all his money was gonna be gone.
Pause. The
And
sexual
so-
deviant.
We pull up at the hotel, and I leap out of the cab and fall slam right on my face.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
And I like scratched my arm all up. I was like all bleeding and shit. Like run into the hotel, and he's sitting in the lobby. I was like, oh, okay, no sex.
Oh man, I'm so looking forward to being drunk with you.
Dude looks out for a friend.
I told there was a woman in line at McDonald's. I told her too. I was like, no sex.
Oh yeah, how'd she take it?
She just looked at me like I was a dumbass.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
Yeah, like that wasn't. You were not even on this radar for me. That's probably how she thought. Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, there was hookers on the street. Badge pulled me away because I walked up to him like, "Hey, you're hookers." He was like, "I'm sorry." He's dumb.
Jesus.
Hey, you're hookers.
I've never seen hookers before. And there's these urinals that are just in the middle of the sidewalk.
Oh
Like
yeah, I
little,
love those, man. Those are great. They're just there so you can pee when you're drunk.
It's insane. We couldn't do that in America. You can't just have people peeing on the street.
Oh, it's great. They're all over Cardiff. They like at night. They bring them out at night. So like,
You bring them out at night.
I don't know if they like rise at the ground. I've never seen them appear. They're just suddenly there.
Don't you realize how much better things would be though if we could have those?
Well, yeah, it would be nice if people weren't peeing.
Well, what's
That's-
funny is
that's how
it
we are here,
It doesn't
is we're
stop
like,
people
"Oh,
peeing.
We
Like,
couldn't have people with their dicks out peeing in the middle of the street. But then what we have is dicks out peeing on the street instead. That's what we have instead.
Right.
Great job. We did it. America, fuck yeah.
Oh. That's my favorite thing about Pyro. I've seen that man pee so many places that were not intended for. My favorite's at Disney though, when some random guy walked up to him and was like, "Hey man, you peeing?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "High five!" And they high fived. The other guy just went on.
So you should not be rewarded for that behavior.
He was peeing on a Christmas tree in the middle of Disney.
wow, that's like some kid's childhood getting ruined.
Oh man.
They had a normal life all up until they saw that.
Pyro's penis.
The way you said that.
Wearing a little dinosaur suit.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
That's too good. No sex.
Well, I'm glad we've sorted that out.
No sex. Oh man.
Oh yeah, there was a Somalian guy that came up. The
Here we go.
bits are coming back. He came up and he had a fucking accordion, and I gave him 20 pounds to shut the fuck up and leave. And so he did. And then he comes back. He came back for more. Like 10 minutes later, he's back. He's like, hey, give me 20 pounds. I'll stop again.
Oh God.
Somewhere there's a video of me singing with him because Badge like, just sing with him. So I sang with him and Badge took a video.
Oh my goodness. You've had adventures.
Standard. Sounds like a classic night out. Sounds too good. Okay, if I go up here. Oh yeah, this is so good. Oh my God.
I want to go back to that same place in London. It was actually really good. We could do a meetup there again. I don't want to drink as much.
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
do. Yeah, you do.
But dude, I don't even know how much I drank. Like, it was just shots of tequila too, because they wouldn't mix drinks, so they wouldn't make Long Island's. So I was just like,
You should just go on all the ingredients for Long Island's and then just pour them in your mouth and swallow.
that's what I did in Paris. I kept mixing my own drinks. I was buying shots of the mixture. And I was like, just pour them all in the same glass. Like, no, we can't do that. It's like, for fuck's sake, I'm gonna do it in front of you. I'm gonna make you watch.
I remember there was a guy who wanted a jug of Jack Daniels and Coke, and I was like, I can't give you a jug, but I can give you 16 glasses of Coke and Jack and a jug. So I just gave him 16 glasses and a jug, and then he poured them all in and was like, yeah, cheers, man. And then he was drinking out the jug.
And he died.
Yeah. It's pretty funny.
Okay, though.
Pretty funny. Good stuff.
We all bought these giant jugs to carry on PlayOnCon. They held like 4 liters, and so we were drinking like 2 of those every night.
God damn.
Yeah.
What are they filled with? Jesus juice?
I think Did you say Jesus is Jews?
That's what
Jesus
he said.
juice.
Juice. Jesus
Oh.
juice.
I see.
That changes everything.
That makes it so much better.
Died for your sobriety. And with that, we probably should leave.
Yeah. We're being asked to leave, actually.
We're being escorted out.
Can you please leave?
Goodbye forever, everyone.
See ya, maybe.
Now?